Okay, in this aspect, we are going to find the atomicity of compounds slash molecules. Now, it's just another aspect of that other one. Remember, we said atomicity is relative molecular mass over relative atomic mass. That is, if you have a relative atomic mass and relative molecular mass or vapor density. But in this case now, we have a chemical formula. So see the question and find the atomicity of the following compounds slash molecules. Now for the first one, HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. So now to find the atomicity of this compound, so how many hydrogen can you see here? Remember, we said the number you see below, as in at a subscript of any element, is atomicity. That means the number of atoms present in a molecule of an element. So now in this element hydrogen, do you know it is one that is there but invisible? Chlorine, what do you have? One, invisible. That means the atomicity of HCl now will be equals to 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. That means the atomicity of HCl is 2, meaning we have two elements here, that is two atoms of elements here, that is hydrogen and chlorine. So now let's see the second one, B. We have Al2 SO4 3. Now this is aluminum sulfate, but later you will still know all these things. So aluminum sulfate. So here, how many aluminum do you have here? But for now we are only finding the atomicity. So how many aluminum do you have here? Do you see you have two outside? So that means we have two atoms of aluminum here. But if you look at this one, you see that there is SO4 and everything, you have three outside. Now anytime you have something like this and in brackets a subscript outside, that subscript will multiply everything inside. So this will be like S3, that because this 3 now will come to this S, it will affect that S. Then O12. So how do we get 12? You say the 4 multiplied by 3. You know there is 4 in the O, then multiply by the 3. So that means it will give you O12. So that is O12. So we transform it to atoms. So now this one will be, so in our case now we can easily say Al2 S3 O12. So meaning that the number outside this bracket will multiply the subscripts in the brackets. I hope you get that now. That is, the subscript here is 1. So 1 times 3 is 3. Again, the subscript here is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And that's what we'll be doing for any compound you have a number outside. So now, how many aluminum now? We have 2. How many sulfur? We have 3. How many oxygen? We have 12. We are using the numbers here to say the numbers we have. So now add everything. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 12, 17. That means the atomicity of aluminum sulfate, that is Al2 SO43, is 17. So we are through with that one too. Then the C. Now we have calcium nitrate, that is CaNO3 2. So don't worry for now. Our aim is to be able to write a chemical formula by ourselves. So that is how we are starting now. So let's start with all this. Just follow up. We will still reach there. So now, how many calcium we have here? The same way, CaN2. Remember, the 2 will affect N because it's inside the bracket. Then O6. So now, how many calcium here? 1, because the subscript here is 1. How many nitrogen here? That will be plus 2. How many oxygen? That will be 6. That means the total number of atoms here is 9. That means the atomicity of calcium nitrate, that is CaNO3 is what? 9. Then D, H2 SO4. Now this is sulfuric acid or tetraoxosulfasis acid. But for now, let's proceed. The atomicity we need, not really the name. So now, how many hydrogen do you have here? 2. You see there is no bracket in this one, so we are good to go. Plus how many sulfur? We have 1. Plus how many oxygen? We have 4. So what is the total number of atoms? That is 7 atoms. That means in H2SO4 we have 7 atoms there. That means the atomicity of H2SO4 is 7. So remember, atomicity is the number of atoms present in a molecule of an element / compound, etc. or mole like that. So now the next one is A, which is azine. S8. What is the atomicity of sulfur here? Is simply 8, because the number of atoms present here is 8. Again, Fe3, that is iron 3. What is the atomicity? 3, because it involves 3 there. G, nitrogen. What is the atomicity? 2. So and that is how you can find atomicity of compound / molecule, etc. So study it, then I'll give you a question.